Hey everyone, it's me, Andrew from Andrew Roby Events. Today is Wednesday, and that means it's another opportunity for me to share 5 tips with you about event planning, wedding planning, and some chaos that may be going on in the world today. It will be a mix of live videos that we did like last week with Facebook Live, or videos like this that we've already curated with specific topics that we wanted to present to you. So let's get started. So today I wanted to talk to you all about 5 core tips that will make your event or wedding really pop and really make sense for you and your guests. The first thing that I want to talk about is the Super Bowl. So you guys know that the Super Bowl is coming up. So that means you have to get ready to entertain your guests, make sure that your house is clean and food is prepped, and everything else that will really give your guests an amazing experience. My favorite dish that I think that you guys should make is your bread that is stuffed with spinach dip and it has cheese and sriracha on top of it. I think that's going to be a really popular thing. It's sort of like your blend of an actual dip that's mixed with bread, so it's sort of like a little pizza combination that will really invigorate your menu outside of the pulled pork, the chicken wings, the ribs, and chips and salsa and beer. So consider that as a dish for Super Bowl this year. The next tip that I want to give you guys about is your wedding planning. A lot of times brides and grooms really lean on the bride to plan a lot of the things that go on with your wedding. But what I would say to you all is don't count out the grooms. Grooms do need to be a part of your wedding. They need to be a part of the decision-making process, so incorporate that whole planning with them. A few ways that this can actually happen to have the guys feel like this is something that they want to do, because yes, we know that some guys just don't really care. They want their fiance to plan everything and they would just say, sure. But let's use this opportunity to really have them be more involved in it. So what can you do about that? I would say one way to do it is to make a challenge out of it. Have some sort of challenge where both the bride and the groom are competing with each other to be able to accomplish one goal for the wedding planning. Give the groom an opportunity to create some type of experience for the guests. You know, a lot of times, you know, all you see is the groom cake, and we want that to be not the norm. We want the groom to have some type of opportunity to create an experience for each and every one of the guests that's there. One thing that you can use as an example is how you see a lot of the brides doing creative dances for the grooms. Spin that around and do it on the opposite end. No matter what you do, your wedding planning should always be involved with both the bride and the groom. For you guys that are doing events, corporate events are really creative, but a lot of times the perception about corporate events is that they're boring. There's not a reason for me to work all day, get off of work, and go to a boring corporate event. What I would do is, for anyone that is in the midst of creating an event for your internal employees and also your guests, find out how from the start to finish to incorporate guest experiences. Guest experiences is really important. It's not an afterthought, but should be something that you guys focus on at the beginning of planning. Your guests should come into your event with amazement and they should leave with excitement. These are the expectations that they're going to take with them year after year, and that's going to really invigorate them and excite them to come to your event time and time again. Whenever you're doing a corporate event or something that's social, make sure that your guest expectations and experiences is at the forefront of planning. My next topic is the Grammys. So the Grammys is coming up on February the 12th. They have amazing lineup people from Adele to Alicia Keys, Keith Urban, Metallica, Bruno Mars. A lot of really exciting opportunities for performances that are going on. Of course, you know Beyonce, who just announced today that she's having twins. Amazing. Kudos to you, Beyonce and Jay-Z, for extending your family. So a lot of the expected winners are really amped up, but the Grammys also has some downsides to it. You know, there's a lot of people, as you know, that are still trying to figure out why or how these award shows are coming up with the winners and that whole process. So this year, there's some people that are out there that are protesting, simply boycotting the whole Grammy experience. So you may not see Justin Bieber there, you may not see Kanye West there, and a few other people that are coming there. But so this is the key thing that it relates to events. Whenever you're doing an event, you always want to figure out what are the key principles, the key things that are driving people to feel the way that they feel. And your job as an event planner or as an event host is to really sit down and understand what is hindering people from having a great time at your event, or even from not even coming to your event. So the Grammy should play a real great case study for this year and how to really revamp how they're being viewed, how they're being perceived, and focus on your branding aspect for that too. And my last thing that I wanted to focus on is, of course, something that we produced. So today we launched on Facebook and Instagram a photo shoot with one of our favorite photographers, Doton Photography. So I want you guys to check that out. What the post is all about is how to have an amazing engagement shoot. There's so many different types of engagement shoots that could take place, from candid to informal to very formal. It really is all about your personality. So I want you all to take the time to focus on the type of engagement shoot that you should have. It has some planning aspects to it, but it's not so critical that it's gonna make you feel stressed. Anytime you do an engagement shoot, these are some of the tips that you keep in mind. Always consider a wedding planner and a photographer in the planning aspects. These are the professionals that are gonna really help you figure out where to take your photos at. They're gonna give you the hair and makeup team that can easily help you. They'll give you a stylist like my really great friend Carrie Henderson, who's a fashion stylist who can help you, and they will find everything that you need to do, and all you pretty much need to do is just show up. For you as a couple, have your engagement shoot in places that you're familiar with. You know, the first place that you guys had dinner. Maybe it was your coffee date spot. Whatever is going to allow you to be comfortable with your photographer, those are the types of places that you want to do. Don't feel afraid to explore your neighborhood. There's so many different places that you can actually have amazing backdrops in. DC's covered with them, and no matter what neighborhood you're in, go out. Don't be afraid to explore your neighborhood and see the types of places that you can actually have your engagement shoot. By doing that, you decrease how much money you're spending on an engagement shoot, and you're not really battling out people who are trying to do weddings at venues and parties at venues to actually have that venue host your engagement shoot. So those are some of the key things that I would recommend for you. Of course, we have a ton more things on the blog today. So go to andrewrobyevents.com and check out how to have an exceptional engagement shoot, and you'll see all of the key elements that's there. So that's it for today. Again, my name is Andrew from Andrew Roby Events. I wanted to bring you guys some amazing tips that you can use this week to make sure that you have an exceptional event, an exceptional wedding, and amazing experiences with your family, your friends, and your colleagues. So tune in next time right here, and we'll give you some more tips. Stay tuned.